Viewers, Pakistan is shaking in its boots, terrified of India's next move. The thought of India hitting terror hideouts inside their border has their leaders and terror groups running scared. General Asim Munir, their top army boss, has disappeared, either hiding or gone for good. No one knows. Lashkar's youngest offspring, the resistance front that owned up the brutal Pahalgam attack, is backtracking, pretending they had nothing to do with it. They said our servers were hacked. Pakistan is not just nervous, it's falling apart as we speak, haunted by India's past strikes and dreading what's coming next. Where's General Asim Munir? Pakistan's big shot army chief is nowhere to be seen. Reports say he's either fled or is holed up somewhere, too scared to show his face. Munir's gone missing because he knows India's wrath won't be a joke. The 2016 surgical strikes and the 2019 Balakot airstrike still give Pakistan nightmares. And Munir's vanishing act shows he's terrified of India hitting back after the April 22nd Pahalgam attack that killed 26 innocent people. Viewers, Pakistan's whole system is in chaos. India's move to scrap the Indus Waters Treaty has them freaking out with wild claims about water flooding the Jhelum River. People are fleeing India through the Atari Wagha border, and big names, maybe even Bilawal Bhutto's family or top spies, are reportedly sneaking out. Pakistan's begging China to step in. Not because, they are strong, but because they are desperate for someone to save them. Their air defenses are on high alert along the line of control, but it's not bravery, I can tell you this. It's the fear of Indian jets streaming in again. Viewers, Pakistan's not acting tough, it's acting terrified. The memories of our commandos crossing the LOC in 2016 and the jet striking Balakot in 2019 still haunt them. Munir's hiding, TRF's lying, and Pakistan's pleading for help show a country that's lost its nerve. India staying quiet, but that silence is scarier than any threat. Pakistan's terror bosses know one thing: when India strikes, it hits hard. Let's open this up. Major General Sanjay Meston is here with me. RSN Singh, Sushil Pandit stays on. Kamar Chima, Dr. Syed Ilahi, leader PMLN, and former Minister of Pakistan's Punjab province. Kamar Chima, before I come to you, Major General Meston, why is the Pakistani establishment, or at least the deep state, so unnerved? What's going on there?
Pravesh, basically Pakistan establishment or the deep state is totally unnerved. Reason being because now the Indian full slaughter has happened. Now what is that full onslaught? Number one is the entire unity of Indians. That is what spells disaster for Pakistan today. Pakistan had perceived that India will be divided on religious lines. They had perceived they will be divided on political lines. They had perceived that they would be the Kashmiris would be supporting Pakistan, but none of this has happened, and therefore entire unity spells disaster for them. That is one. Second is, the fact of the matter is, our onslaught has also begun in every possible manner: political, diplomatic, economic, and military option is left. Now the other fronts, I think the Indus Water Treaty, scrapping it off, is or holding it in abeyance, is one of the best strategic maneuvers the country has done it, and because of that it has sent entire jitters in the Pakistan population. And since it has sent jitters, the net effect is that the people of Pakistan are very, very unhappy with Asif Munir or the establishment, and therefore I feel that there is going to be an internal dissent within the Pakistan armed forces. The dissent from the people is already there. It is happening in Sindh, it is happening in POK, it is happening in Gilgit-Baltistan. So all these factors combining, and what is going on in the Pakistan Western Front, the BLA and the TTP and Afghan Taliban. So what I'm trying to say is Pakistan today is in a quagmire. They have now under a strategic strangulation from all possible directions, and now the biggest fear and threat is when will the military onslaught happen. So all these factors have contributed to this factor of Pakistan now in a terrified state, Pravesh.
RSN Singh, what's going on? Where is Asim Munir? Do you know?
No, I can only tell you that a army chief sending away his family when the war clouds are hovering. I mean, what kind of leader he is? What kind of message he is giving to the masses? And what do the masses expect then of the army? Now, this was the only pillar, you know. Earlier you had this troika called President, Prime Minister, and now the single pillar that was left was army. And look, what has Asim Munir done to this single pillar? Pranesh, I can tell you, I have written a book on Pakistan. I know the entire, history of Pakistan. I have never seen Pakistan in such a political, social and a religious disarray, including religious disarray, because Islam has failed to keep Pakistan together. So that is how he is, he again reinvented that Hindu card. And I'm making a very responsible statement that the more anti-Hindu, theme that they are strident about, it does exactly the opposite to Pakistan. That is their undoing. I was just hearing a gentleman called Kasar Bengali. He said that in short that there are two windows. Pakistan have completely closed. One is the economic window and the other is the security window. And he says that out of the 60 out of 75 years, we cashed on the Cold War. And they said that they were ready to do anything for anybody who paid them dollars, whether the dollars came, in a green envelope or blue envelope. But importantly, the world, security architecture has changed, and therefore the Western countries have no use for Pakistan. Right. And well, Pakistan is, dismantling under its own weight, unraveling under its own weight, and take it from me. They are going to unravel sooner than you and I believe.
That they know for sure. Kamar Chima, do you know where is Asim Munir?
Yes, he is planning how to strike India next, and he is already set. I think he must have had dinner right now, and then he will be all good to plan again how to punish all those who will try to hit Pakistan.
Kamar Chima, Pakistan can't, plan a cricket series, sir. What are you talking about? पहले cricket का series तो organize कर लीजिए. मैं ये तब तक आप सोचिए कि क्या plan कर रहे हैं, कहाँ plan कर रहे हैं. सर, खाने के लिए आप लोगों के पास है नहीं. आप बोल रहे हैं he's had his dinner. Drinks भी बोल देते, sir. It's okay. बोल देते. Dr. Saeed Ilahi, sir, why are Pakistani ministers sounding so scared?
I'm surprised to hear you and your colleagues. The concept you are giving, the idea you are giving is totally wrong, that Pakistani people or ministers or army is scared of Indian army or Indian any adventure. What happened, as you talked before in Balakot, and how it was retaliated, you know very well. The whole world saw what happened. I think even now, as you asked about Mr. Asim Munir, he had his meeting today, which was shown on Pakistani TV channels. He had meeting with formation commanders, and Pakistan Air Force, Navy and Army is ready. And 5 million ex-army men have already offered to join if there is any war or any adventure from India.
Sir, of the 5 million, sir, I can tell you 90,000 to surrendered soldiers bhi honge, who must be, who must have come forward to, sign up. Sushil Pandit, 5 million, you see the number.
Risen from the grave. The problem is half their air force is grounded because of lack of spares and maintenance. Their tanks don't have the diesel as per their former chief of the army staff. They don't have the money. It's a bankrupt nation going with a begging bowl across the world. They are crying uncle right now. They are searching for bunkers because we have bunker busting missiles. This is a nation in fright. They have already started crying out of fear because of the suspension of Indus Water Treaty. They are scared of Jhelum flooding Muzaffarabad. This nation is not even ready for the next small catastrophe that befalls them because of their own actions. Forget India. So Pakistan is already past their sell-by expiry date. We have to cancel their lease. We had given them land in 1947 in the hope that they will build a country, a society which is progressive, which is peaceful, which is prosperous. They have done quite the opposite. We should not only cancel or suspend or keep in abeyance the Indus Water Treaty, we should cancel the lease on Pakistan and reclaim most of it. And let them, he says 500,000 Pakistani soldiers are seeking to come back. You have to bring them back from Canada and Australia and US and Europe. They have migrated.
Kamar Chima is, Sushil Pandit, 5 minutes into the debate, Kamar Chima has run away. He was acting all smart, he survives by making YouTube videos on Prime Minister Modi. That's how he survives. And then comes on television debates to, give us gyan. But Colonel RSN, I want to understand, one thing. When was the last time a terror group, after, owning an attack, has gone back and said, look, we didn't do it, हमसे गलती हो गई, हमारा server hack हो गया था, हमने नहीं किया.
You see, you should not forget that, during the Pulwama attack, Asim Munir was the ISI chief. So he repeated the same thing this time in a different way with an anti-Hindu emphasis. Now what has happened is that, there is a saying that war is too serious a business, to be just left to the generals. But what has happened is that Pakistan has left everything to the army chief. So what has happened? The army is responsible for the present dispensation.
Right.
Having hounded out Imran Khan. It is so they carried out this attack without factoring in the larger security or global security architecture. Now here it is. I'm telling you, you will see. And not very far, sir, this man will be hounded out by his own people in Pakistan. And when there is a PMLN gentleman sitting here, they are so scared. They are so scared of, of an army chief. ये भी यहाँ पर एक शब्द उनके खिलाफ नहीं बोलेंगे, आप देख लेना. They will all defend, but I know in private they are cursing Asim Munir, I'm telling you. Have you heard a statement from Nawaz Sharif on this? Any statement?
General Meston, I want to ask you the question that people want answered. How many days more, sir, before India strikes Pakistan? When is that happening?
How many days left? I would say, let's keep it open. Let's keep the options open. And why? Let Pakistan be confused when we are going to do, what we are going to do, and how we are going to do. That is going to be the biggest problem for the Pakistan higher-ups, especially Asif Munir. Waiting period is the worst. Soldiers will ask question, why are we deployed here? What the hell is going on? Why is this war hysteria being built up by our generals? So, more we wait, or tomorrow also we can do, 1 year also later, we have got full option. And I think Government of India and the military leadership is highly capable to take that decision when. But the fact of the matter is, till the time that when is not executed, the Pakistan army and its soldiers will be in a total state of disarray. In fact, I would go to the extent of saying that this will result in their paralysis of the mind. They will be confused. And today, two gentlemen from Pakistan were saying, that the nation is not afraid, or the Pakistani generals are not afraid. If they are not afraid, if the ministers are not afraid, then why? Nothing has happened so far. Only Indus Water Treaty has been suspended. Why they are making statements that we are a nuclear weapon and we will launch nuclear weapons? Why? That itself is showing two things. Firstly, they are reflecting that they are a nuclear terrorist state. Number two, it is showing their fear. Because nothing has happened on ground.
Okay.
No action has taken
Mr. Pandit,
place.
last 30 seconds, sir. You have the last word on the show.
The best thing is let Pakistan stew in its own juice, waiting as to what may happen and when it may happen. And this is the best time to do this. Pakistan was already getting skewered on coals because Imran is in jail and Pakistan army is at its lowest ebb in terms of credibility with the nation. It is the most unpopular army. And chief is the most hated army chief ever in Pakistan.
Which is why, Munir has decided to run away. I don't know when he resurfaces, where he resurfaces, either in Pakistan, some other part of the globe, we don't know. But Mr. Ilahi, sir, it will happen soon. Don't worry. We are coming. I thank all of you for joining us. The news hour with Navika Kumar on the other side.